Previously on Chosen Ones, Theo and Zyri appear in a dying world filled with colorless specklings. Zyri attempts to leave, but is stopped when the brands on his body light up. The two of them prepare to try and enter Arthur's lab, as our other protagonists get ready to fight fallen Theo and the Plaguebringer. At first it appears that Theo was taken hostage, but as the fight continues, it's clear this was a ruse. Brandy seems to go by a different name, being referred to as Wolf instead. He appears to not be the only one with a foreign title, as Flynn also calls Shui Ibishu. Drawing the beast blade only to find it to be a normal sword, a strange voice shouts at Shui to get out of its head, and the sword singer is momentarily stunned. Wolf warns for them to stop pursuing them, but Flynn continues to move closer, causing the tiefling to summon the Abergrim to defend them. Unable to stand by and watch Flynn get torn apart, Shui uses Dimension Door to grab the masked man and quickly get away, the Abergrim still watching them flee from a distance.
Born from the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you want to be. But when you leave, the world is never what it seems. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa.
We move back to Brandy and Arthur, who have just stepped through a portal. Arthur has opened up into a paved road. As you both step through, looking around your immediate surroundings, you seem to be in an incredibly old town that is abandoned. The buildings are blackened as though burned, but unnaturally so to the point where there is no wood that hasn't been charred. And there are specklings swarming this city that you have entered in every dark crevice and corner of these buildings.
Brandy is silent.
Arthur is not. He immediately kind of tenses up, and even though you are obviously very hostile towards him, takes a step or two towards you, and he's just look out for their eyes if they change.
Whatever.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you both start walking down the path here. Are you doing anything while you're walking? You say anything to him?
He's looking around, looking at the wherever they are, curiously. Any of it look familiar or anything?
You can roll a history check.
21.
21, okay. Looking around this area, this is a city that you've been in before, very, very long time ago. When you left this city, it was in a similar state, although not to this extent.
Oof. What city is it?
It doesn't have a name that you can recall. It's not one of the major ones.
Ah, so it's that Brandy. Okay. Yeah, he's looking around. Why are we here?
I left bookmarks for specific... There's a certain event that normally happens in different...
Who's here?
I don't know. We need to get to the bookmark to be able to jump to the next one, but we should still check the four of you that were where I made the tear.
Who do you want me to call first?
I want you to roll perception, Brandy.
Natural one! That makes sense. Brandy's not paying attention at all.
You aren't paying attention, and as Arthur is kind of like thinking to himself a little bit, seems to be kind of like lost in thought for a moment. You see his eyes kind of spark up as he looks up a little bit, seems to be very concerned as he's just like, behind you.
Turns.
You turn around and you see a woman standing behind you. You did not hear her at all, completely silent as she made her way towards you. And it just seems like he also, even though he was staring directly at you, did not notice them until they were right behind you. She appears to be a woman dressed in all purple with a large hat on her head that has a feather sticking out of it, which she kind of tilts at you when she sees the both of you. And Arthur's just like,
Can we help you?
She's looking between you two, and then looks to Arthur and is just like, Arthur, didn't expect to see you all the way out here. And he's like, yes, didn't expect to see you here either. And she's looking again at you, Brandy, and she's like, you didn't tell me you were bringing company this year. And he's like, didn't know I was supposed to be. She kind of raises an eyebrow at him curiously, and she's like, were you in your lab too long? You not remember we had plans? And he's just like, I took you to my lab. Yep, sure. I just don't.
Brandy's giving a very sharp glare at Arthur right now.
You don't recognize this woman.
I know, but he's just staring at him angrily.
Yeah. And she pauses again for a moment as you're doing that, and she sighs. She's just like, well, you've clearly been gone a while, or maybe you haven't been here yet, but we were going up to Aramore. I was supposed to escort you if I found you. Shui, you can come out.
So Shui walks out, he was a bit further back from her. He was hiding behind, like, I don't know, a building, rubble, something.
Completely blended in.
He completely blended in, completely. Shui comes out and walks up to stand next to this woman. And he's looking between Arthur and Brandy. Has he met Arthur in this version of the world?
You have heard of him through your mentor, who has talked about him in the past, says that he's someone who has very eye-opening experiences, and maybe if you're special enough one day, he'll show you them too.
So this is Arthur.
Yeah, this is Arthur. I told you we were meeting up with him. It's been a while.
Has Arthur explained the whole situation yet to Brandy at this point of what they're doing, what they're trying to look for in the people that they're looking for?
No.
Okay, he shoots over to Shui and grabs him.
Wait.
Shui, is that you?
Shui is going to attack.
Fuck yeah, hit me.
Cool. Oh,
Is that a natural 20?
that is a natural 20.
Oh, fuck me up, baby.
He is going to attack you because you grabbed him, like, very suddenly, and he does not know who you are at all. Like, none at all. In fact, you look a little familiar. You look a little familiar, so he is going to attack you.
So this is what Cassie has chosen to do. Cool. Yeah, fuck me up.
Not necessarily trying to kill you, but he is attacking you. That's 7 plus 4, and then that is doubled. And also, he is going to do 46 extra damage to you.
Oh my god.
Because his master is right there.
That's gonna double, baby. Do it. Fuck me up.
19.
Jesus. So, fucking 38.
There's 60 damage.
As you are doing that, you just hear Arthur be like, Ramona, control your student! He attacked him first. Looked like it, at least.
I wasn't attacking him.
What kind of company you bringing?
Do not touch me.
The fuck's going on, Arthur?
Where did you
I'm
say
gonna
we
kill
were
you. I
going?
swear to fucking God, I'm gonna kill you, Arthur.
Where did you say we were going, Ramona? And she's just kind of looking. She's like, man, you always have such strange company with you. Reminds me of that other fella you have, the half-elf. We're going to Aramore for the festival. I already told you. Well, clearly not you, but I told one of you. And Arthur's like, and I'm going to the festival with you? Yeah. I'm supposed to escort you there. And what festival was it again? And she's like, the White New Moon Festival. And he's like, yes. And then he looks towards Brandy and he's like, yes, we want to go there.
I fucking hate you.
Sorry.
And he stands up from where Shui cut him down.
Shui is holding out his blade still.
Don't fuck with me, boy.
He'll summon his sword to his side.
You would have recognized that name, though, Brandy, because of Vestal studies.
Yeah, that's why he said, I fucking hate you.
She glances towards Shui and is like, nice reflexes.
Yeah, kill her.
He sheaths the sword. Well, puts it back on his hip. He never drew the blade.
He did that fucking anime shit of being like, nothing personal, kid. And then fucking cut him in half. Brandy just brushes past Arthur and goes wherever they're telling them to go.
Arthur's walking behind her, and he's just like, what are you going to the festival for, too? You know that's top secret. I can't tell you about our missions. And he's just like, oh, yes, of course. So, Shui's your student. And she's like, damn, yeah, you must not be the right Arthur, huh? As they keep walking.
I'm gonna cast a sending spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and contact Avayath.
Go for it.
Avayath, if you can recognize my voice, this is Brandy. I hope you recognize that name. Where are you? I'm looking for you.
Sorry, I don't know who you are. Stranger danger, sorry.
Fuck is going on? Arthur,
Yeah,
come here.
okay. He, runs up next to you.
I grab him by the scruff of his collar.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
We still need to go check the others. Sometimes they get lost when they're tossed into it. We don't know how long
Think that'd be a good idea to warn me that they might fucking be like this?
You didn't seem to want to talk.
One of them almost hit me so hard I died.
I'm sorry.
That'd be kind of fucking important to say, you fucking moron. God, I hate you.
He pushes him away. He's gonna cast sending again. Contact Theo.
Theo, it's Brandy. Please tell me it's you. Are you there? Where are you?
Yes, this is Theo. Who's this? Brandy?
Are you casting a spell?
Shut up.
Okay.
God, you're so fucking irritating.
Sorry.
Making fucking friends with Vermona of all people.
Well, it doesn't seem like she was the fallen one in this one if she's out in public.
Oh yeah? You don't think so? Look at where we are right now. Look at what Shui just fucking did to me. He almost cut me in half, Arthur.
Shui, why don't you roll a perception check?
Okay. I like this Shui. I just rolled another nat 20.
Damn!
Oh my god!
So why don't you roll stealth then, Brandy, for your conversation?
Oh, cool.
Just to see.
Is he gonna hear me and then stab me in the back because I'm talking shit about him? What a cool move. Okay, I have a 0 in stealth, so here we go. 10. Right down the middle.
So Shui, you overhear the accusations or the mention that Vermona might be a fallen one, followed by Brandy seeming to accuse Arthur that she caused this in the town.
Shui is still by Vermona. And he's like, Master Vermona, do you know who that tiefling Brandy is?
I recognize him, yeah.
Brandy looks surprised to hear that.
He's with Arthur, so he's probably fine now, whatever happened.
He says you are a fallen one.
The hell's that mean?
Doesn't mean nothing.
Shui kinda is watching you, Brandy.
Mind your business, boy.
That's rich coming from someone who was a fallen one. Arthur kind of leans over towards you and is like, Brandy, I don't think you were resurrected in this one.
Yeah, sure doesn't fucking sound like it, does it?
Doesn't sound like you were stopped either.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
I don't choose where the bookmarks are.
Oh my god, will you shut the fuck up?
Okay, you want me to answer things, then you want me to be quiet. I'm not sure what you
When
want.
I ask you, that's when you answer.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm fucking bleeding out of my fucking chest, Arthur.
we're meeting up at the canal here pretty soon. I'm sure my mom can heal you up.
I don't want your help.
Okay. So you aren't friends then?
No.
Why are you traveling together?
I'm forced to.
Oh.
Because Arthur fucked up.
Glares at Arthur.
She does kind of chuckle a little bit at that. He's like, yeah, he does that.
He finds no humor in the situation.
And you guys kind of continue forward outside of the city. And she does seem to be curious about you still, Brandy, and looks to Arthur and is just like, you grab him from a different timeline and bring him here? We're just passing through. Sorry, I don't think as far as I can know, remember you as far as I know. Maybe you just haven't been here yet? And she's just like, your eyes look a little different. Yes, just haven't been here yet. And he just keeps walking forward very fast. And you exit the town and start going into a forest instead. We were about a day's travel away from the canal. And we were gonna jump ship after that to the Airmore.
It's quiet.
And you guys start traveling through the forest. And Ramona's like talking to you a bit Shui, and she's just like, how many times have you managed to draw your blade in the last month?
I don't know the answer.
You can make one up.
Once.
I'm gonna roll a d10. 9!
He says it just like that.
No. I drew my blade 9 times, Master Ramona.
That's a decent amount. Better than last month.
I'm doing better.
You have
thanks
something to
your
say?
Teaching. He trails off as Brandy does that.
You got a name, or you want me to call you by the only one I know you by?
What do you know me by?
The Plague Bringer.
Is that what they told you?
It's the only name I know. Again, if you're with Arthur, though, I'm assuming you're not that one.
You don't gotta call me nothing. I'm not gonna be here long enough for it to matter.
Man, that's depressing.
My life's depressing.
You guys travel throughout the day, unless you say anything.
No, but I'm gonna do some things.
Okay.
I am going to cast the scrying spell on Avayath, or on Theo first, I would say.
Do you just do it?
Yes. Well, Theo needs to make a saving throw. Theo needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And it depends on how familiar would I be considered to this Theo.
You don't know this, Theo.
Okay, so Theo has a +5 to the roll as well. So wisdom saving throw +5, because I've heard you. So natural 20, no, he doesn't get anything.
Damn.
He fails. Fucking
He can't see his love.
furrows his brow, upset.
Everybody's getting natural 20s on this, Brandy.
Yeah, they fucking him up. And then he'll try it again on Avayath. You have a +5 as well, so.
Oh, 23.
Fuck, dude. No, doesn't see him.
No one wants to be seen. Do not perceive us.
One more time on Theo.
Okay.
I'm using all my spell slots on this.
12.
Yay! Okay, what's Theo doing?
It looks like Theo is traveling. He does not look very much... He doesn't look as fit as the other Theo does. I guess it would make sense. Like, he doesn't look as strong.
Okay.
He's traveling towards Aramore right now.
Can you believe you have the twunk, Theo?
This is Twink Theo.
No, I know. I'm saying
that.
Does he have any particular emotion on his face? Is he traveling with anybody specifically? What is he looking like?
He's traveling alone, and despite him traveling, he has pretty casual clothes. It looks like he's not used to traveling, and he looks like probably that he's a little tired from the journey, but like looking forward to things.
Okay. So Brandy is going to use the entirety of the scrying spell. It lasts 10 minutes just to watch as he's walking.
I cry. Theo stops and takes a lot of water breaks.
Yeah, just silently watching as he walks. And as the spell fades, he kind of like very visibly deflates as he's walking, very hunches in on himself.
Yeah, and it starts to get later into the evening, and Vermona's like, we should set up camp. It's gonna be another 12 hours till we get to the canal.
Shui kind of addresses Vermona only, and I guess I'll roll stealth because he's trying to do this without being overheard. But anyway, he's just like, you don't think that Plaguebringer Brandy is dangerous at all?
Again, he's with Arthur, and all the people I've met with Arthur have been interesting, but not, I wouldn't say bad. Arthur's just trying to help people. Help me?
I guess.
You're right to not trust people, but like I said, I trust Arthur.
We're supposed to protect the king, though. That's why we're here.
And we'll protect him. You think he's gonna take out someone like the king? That's not an assassin. Use your head. I taught you better than that.
Right. Sorry.
And you'll see a threat, and you'll know it. That's what I trained you to do.
He nods and bows. And proceeds to set up camp.
Yeah, and they start to set up camp. They only have 2 tents, because they normally only sleep with them, with the 2 separate tents. And so she's just like, me and Shui can share a tent if you two want to share one.
I don't need one.
Thank you, Vermona. I'd love a tent.
Well, you can sleep outside too. I think at one point during the night, Shui will approach Brandy.
I was going to say we should do watches if anyone's going to be on watch.
The Brandy doesn't sleep the whole night. He stays up the whole night.
Yeah, he's gonna approach Brandy.
Okay.
And where's Brandy? Or like, what's he doing? Like, is he sitting around the campfire? Or, I don't know. Like, do they have a campfire?
Yeah, probably sitting by a fire, just staring into it, just completely zoned out.
Okay. Shui appears.
Doesn't register you.
He's just like, hey,
What?
how do you know me?
That ain't important. I ain't gonna be around long enough for it to matter.
He is watching Brandy through the fire, I guess, and he takes a seat. And he's like, I haven't... His face gets a little bit more serious than it was before. Because like he was like, his mask was like kind of slipping. He has like a stone-faced kind of mask. A more serious Shui. And he's just like, I haven't... No one has held me like that in a long time. So, I don't know how you know me, but... And then he kind of like turns his head away from the fire. Were we close? Were we friends?
Yeah. Yeah, we were... We were friends, yeah.
I see. Well, I hope you find the me you're looking for.
I sure as hell hope so, too.
And he nods, and he's gonna go back in the tent with Vermona. Vermona?
Vermona.
With Vermona.
It's me, your mentor, Vermona. I would say kind of near the end of the night, Vermona kind of sticks near the tent for a bit after she trances, and then eventually she kind of wanders off with a blade, a very strange looking like purple blade that has these markings all up and down it. As she wanders off into the forest, seems like she's probably going to go train.
Wow, does that look like a blade that's familiar to me?
We can roll a history check.
Does it look like the one I saw in the fucking keep?
You can roll a history check.
14.
Not the same. It looks like, if you could guess, it would be like a sibling blade to it. But it's not the same blade.
Bitch can't wield a great sword. Fucking idiot. Okay, cool. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't care.
And as the night starts to turn to morning, you do see Arthur kind of uncomfortably shift his way out of the tent and sit a good solid 6 feet away from you.
Social distancing, good idea.
I'm sorry, it's just the number in my head now when people sit far away.
Yeah.
And he's just like, did you have questions?
Like what?
I don't know, you sounded like you... If there were things that you wanted to know.
How many timelines do we have to go through?
Told you just a couple. There needs to be an event that happens, some kind of cosmic energy for me to be able to channel to jump. That festival sounds like it's probably the bookmark.
And you're... Arthur, I hate you.
This is going to sound, I realize, really, really insensitive given everything, but
I don't give a fuck. No, I'm kidding.
No, he's just like, no, he's gonna say something that's funnier than that. Can you try to be a little nicer to me? I'm not asking you because I want you... I mean, I do want you to actually be nicer to me, but just my stress levels are really high right now and they need to go down.
You know, Arthur, it's kind of funny, actually, that you say that about your stress levels right now. Because you managed to do the cruelest thing that someone could do to me. Something that I didn't think someone could do to me. You had the audacity to give me hope. To tell me things could get better, to let me believe that I'd have friends and have a better life eventually. And then you fucking took it away.
I don't know if the other one met you at some... That wasn't me.
He did.
That wasn't me. That's not me.
Yeah? 'Cause it sure as hell looked like you.
But it's not. This Shui isn't your Shui. That's not me. He seems to be, like, shaking as he's saying this, like, very obviously, like, tense and, like, staring at the fire.
Is it not you, or is it just a reflection that you ain't comfortable looking at?
It's not me.
Because I could say the same thing about the Plague Bringer. I look at that fella and I'm like, that's not me, right? But the bottom line is, I did what he did. It was my hands. I hurt so many people. And it's something I gotta live with forever. My actions shaped the world in such a horrible way. And it sure as hell sounds like yours have done the same, and you aren't comfortable with that.
I'm just trying to undo the things that happened, and they happened
Because you did it.
But not yet! I didn't, and I was trying to stop it from happening again.
And why did it all start in the first place?
I guess I made a bad choice somewhere. I don't know what bad choice I made because I wasn't allowed to make it because someone came and stopped me. I really need to calm down.
Just fucking go take a walk. I don't want to talk to you anyway. I hope to God that you can fucking fix this.
I'm going to. I don't know how many times I have to say it so you believe me. I'm going to fix it.
You better. 'Cause I promise you, if you don't, I'm gonna make every moment of your life a living hell.
It already has been.
I may not be able to kill you, but I'll make sure that every second of your existence hurts, Arthur.
You keep threatening me. I really don't like it.
Oh, it's not a threat, Arthur. It's a promise.
You say that like at some point I won't fight back.
You can fight back, but as far as you know, you can't get rid of me either. Go take a walk.
I understand why you hate me. I do.
Arthur, I'm tired. I don't want to talk to you right now. Can you please empathize with the fact that I have lost everything right now?
I can empathize with that, yes.
And that the one person, the first familiar face, tried to cut me in half.
I can empathize with that, yes.
And that when I talked to Avayath or to Theo, neither of them recognized me. And that when I saw Theo, he's just all alone, traveling by himself. No one to help him or protect him. He looks scrawny at this point.
You have to remind yourself that those aren't the ones that you know.
Doesn't matter, Arthur. I still lost them. I'm still dealing with that, Arthur. It's been an hour
You
at
haven't
most.
lost them, though. I'm going to get you to them.
What? Go, leave now. I'm done talking to you. The next word out of your mouth better be bye, or I will cut you down. You are so empty of empathy. Arthur, go.
He just stares at you for a very long moment. Before turning and leaving. Do you want to roll a perception check for me?
Sure. I got my own tears going.
Oh no. I was shaking like Arthur, so.
12.
12? I'll roll something really fast. Okay, yeah, I rolled below that. You saw for just a split second, his eyes essentially reverse color. Like, the iris turned white and the sclera turned blue, and then he blinked really fast and turned away.
Oops. Yeah, Brandy just stares in the fire.
Why don't you roll a perception check for me, Brandy? Another one.
Sure. Worst 9. He's out of it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You wait throughout the rest of the evening as the sun has started to come up at this point, and you all get up and start to take down your tents and things and start to continue another 12-hour walk towards the canal that Vermona says is a checkpoint that they're going to. So yeah, traveling again.
Brandy is similarly quiet, walking ahead of the group. Or behind, whichever makes more sense. Probably behind. He doesn't know where he's going. He's particularly further away from the group.
Arthur's farther away from you, and you see Vermona kind of leading the group as they continue further towards the canal at this point. And as you do that and are continuing to travel, kind of right in the middle of your path, because you all got up pretty early, you find a little tent that has been set up, and you see a young man currently taking down his tent from an overnight stay, which you recognize immediately, Brandy. That is Theo.
So Theo, in taking his tent and things down and seeing them approach on the road, he'll just give a friendly wave probably first as he's like continuing to take things down before I guess probably as y'all group gets closer he'd probably start talking, but I have to know, does he know Vermona particularly?
Roll a history check.
22.
Vermona is famous in the sense that she is the chosen one who never was. She was predicted to be a chosen one at some point, and it has still not happened. And it is significant because Estel predicted it, and she can only predict things up to a year in advance, and it didn't happen. So she is famous in the sense that she is one of the very few predictions that Estel has made that has not come true.
Okay. So Theo, as the group comes close to like, almost close to passing him basically, he'll recognize her, and he'll be like, "Oh, you're that Miss Vermona, aren't you?"
Yes, she kind of gives a slight tip of her hat to that, and it's just like, who, you just traveling through?
Oh, yes, I was just on my way to Aramore for the festival. I suppose that you are...
would you look at that?
I suppose that you are as well, then.
Yeah, we're on our way there.
Oh, wonderful.
You're going by foot?
Yes, it's been a bit of a trip, but,
You're not gonna make it there in time.
I've been trying. He looks worried now.
We're meeting someone who's gonna teleport us the rest of the way there.
Oh. Would you mind? I would hate to, be a bother, but I really need to study that comet. You know?
She does kind of give a little chuckle at that, and is just like, sure, why not?
Oh, thank you so much. Your, generosity is, good, thanks. I'll be really quick. And he scurries around, picking up the rest of his things.
She kind of crosses her arms a bit, and you would know, Shui, that this isn't uncommon. In terms of, offering rides to people and stuff, Vermona and her family are very accommodating.
Yeah, I definitely think he's, he's not, surprised or anything. But he is just kind of watching, Theo scramble around, trying to gather everything. To the point where he's just like, would you like some help?
Oh, I got it. It's fine. I don't want to be any more bother. It's okay. Thank you. I am Theo, by the way. I don't know if... Did I already introduce myself? What's your name?
He looks at Vermona.
You can answer.
I'm Shui.
You don't need my permission for everything, Shui.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Shui. And, where is Arthur and where's Brandy?
Probably as far away from the other as possible, in this camp. Arthur's probably kind of near the front from where they had been traveling, started to walk ahead and, only paused when he realized that they'd been stopping to talk.
Is Arthur well known to... Should I roll for...
You would have to roll history.
Okay. 23.
23, damn. So you know Arthur in the sense that he tried in this timeline to start up the Chosen Few and was openly laughed at, and no one took him up on it.
Called him a clown.
Okay.
In this timeline, there was no slaughter of the sparks or anything like that. There wasn't a reason that people found to create a compound like that. They were chosen ones seemed to develop just fine on their own. We don't need that, essentially.
Well, Theo recognizes him, and he gives him a wave, and he's like, "Hello, I'm Theo. You must be that Arthur fellow. Nice to meet you."
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Theo.
He smiles, and as he, finishes up, and he's like, "Is that fellow with you?" As he points back to Brandy, who's, way in the back.
We are traveling together.
He's been standing completely still as soon as they saw Theo. He looks devastated right now. He looks both so happy and so heartbroken at the same time. As he's just kind of staring at Theo. Not even processing that he's being referenced right now. Just kind of stuck there 1,000-yard stare.
Oh.
And just as soon as he realizes he's being addressed, kind of shakes his head and then just keeps pushing forward.
So Theo's like, you can all start going now. I'm just about, I think I'm ready. I'll catch up.
What do you need to pack?
Oh, no, it's, just,
Let me help you.
Hi, I'm Theo.
Pleasure.
What's your name?
I'm Brandy.
Well, hello, Brandy. No, it's nothing much. I have it.
Please, just let me do this.
Okay. If you want to, I suppose you could, help carry this bag. I don't know.
He takes it immediately.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So you're going to see the comet as well, or the festival, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it. I've been looking forward to it for a long time.
I bet you have.
And then he'll start walking along with the group and just kind of nervously chattering about, like, it's like, oh, it's been such a long journey, and wait a minute. Brandy, you were in my head yesterday.
Sorry, I got the wrong number.
Oh, well, it had me wondering for so long, but I suppose it's nice to have that mystery solved.
Yeah.
He smiles at him.
I would note he probably hasn't looked at Theo at all since that interaction. He's been staring completely at the ground the whole time.
Theo probably is walking next to him because his legs are tired and they're in the back. So yeah, he just nervously chatting, but also eventually he'll be like, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. Fine, really. Just going through a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, I mean, you're carrying my bag after all.
You're fine. You've already done enough.
He looks confused. And he's like, okay. And then they continue on their journey.
And you all continue forward until eventually you reach the canal. And as you approach the canal, Shui, this seems very strange to you, but not super strange. You've seen this once or twice. Theo, this is really weird to you. There's a big shoe sitting next to the canal, and you see currently standing out, watering some of these strange plants growing out of it, a woman dressed with like pink and black and yellow hues. Half of her head is shaved and the other half is pink, and she's got very pretty pink and yellow makeup, and kind of sitting out at a little table next to her is this woman, this older looking elf, kind of sitting next to her with some tea, and as you all are approaching, that older elf raises her hand and starts waving at all of you, and she's just like, "Oh, Ramona, you're back." And Ramona tips her head and she's like, "Hey, Mom."
Shit.
Damn.
Huh.
Shui's just like, I'll never get used to singing that shoe.
Oh, so it wasn't just my imagination, thank goodness.
No, it's my mom's spark. She can grow objects, and she left the shoe overcooked one time.
Oh.
She doesn't like to let things go to waste, so she made it into a house.
That's so interesting.
And you see Ramona kind of run up to the woman who's watering the plants and is just like, "Hey, sis, how you doing?" And she's like, "Hey, doing what I can. Mom's been wondering where you were this whole time." And Ramona kind of shrugs a bit and is like, "Where the hell is Dad?"
Hi, Miss Rivera.
"Hey, Shui. Me and my sister have really similar voices, but that's okay." She's just like, to Ramona, she's like, "Oh, the old man, he can't sit still for an instant. He summoned up a steed and ran off a few days ago towards the moving mountains to see if he could get a better look. What a tourist, right?" And Ramona's like, "I'm not waiting for him." She's like, "I know. He was warned. I'm sure he'll find his way there, though." And she winks at Ramona, is like, "He's pretty resourceful." She looks out towards the rest of the group. It's just like, "Hey, everyone, I'm Rivera, Ramona's sister, and I'll be your teleportation today."
Thank you so much on such short notice on my part. It's very kind.
A couple extra people that I was expecting, but as long as we all fit in the shoe, it's fine.
Oh. Well, thank you.
What are your names, new folk?
I'm Theo Redston. It's very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, too. You with the tattoos, your name?
It doesn't matter.
That kind of type, gotcha. She starts to make her way into the shoe. "Come on in."
Walk, walk, walk.
Shui goes in.
And they all go in. It's very crowded as you're all moving into the shoe. It's very tight. Very clearly not meant for more than like 3 people living here at a time. But you see kind of making her way towards the front of the shoe, this woman, Rivera, who just introduced herself, leaning down, almost like she's double checking like all the windows and things are closed. And then she kind of just goes up and opens the door a crack as she's like looking outside at the area, and then puts her hands both to the walls of the shoe, and the whole thing just starts to glow a very bright pink as you feel yourselves kind of shifting in space. I want everyone to roll con save.
Okay.
Oh boy, Theo's gonna throw up.
I don't have Brandy's other sheet. He was so good at con in the other one.
12.
Oh, but I got a 21, yay.
That's 16.
Okay, you 3 are okay. This older elf looks like she gets a little bit sick for a moment, but then like kind of stops herself. Rivera looks totally fine. Ramona looks totally fine. Arthur, you see kind of open up one of the windows and just go vomit out. Vomit out the window as they're teleporting. And she's just like, hey, keep the windows closed. And he's like, sorry. Like, very quickly shuts it again. As you are all whisked away and teleported, and the spell or whatever she's doing kind of fades. Doesn't feel necessarily like a spell. It's not like a typical teleportation spell, because you also moved all of the objects, and as she opens the door, you can see that the farm outside that she was watering also moved with you. And she walks out, and she's like, all right, I think we're pretty close. I don't like getting too close to towns, but maybe half a day's walk to Aramore, and then I think tomorrow night is the festival, right? So we timed that perfectly.
Wonderful, thank you so much. I have to say, that is quite the spark you have.
You know what they say, I don't know where that line was going, but you know what
You know what they say.
You
It's
know
like,
what
I
they-
sure don't.
She's just like, you know what they say, and then doesn't finish it and just keeps walking.
Theo blinks and he's like, I don't know what they say, to like himself.
Sometimes you start a sentence and you don't know where it's going.
I know that feeling.
Ramona kind of chuckles at that and is just like, sorry, my sister's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
She gets that from our dad. No.
Yeah, she does get that from our dad. You're right, Shui. Not your dad, my dad. My dad, who summoned a steed to go look at a moving mountain instead of waiting for me to teleport him. He's gonna be traveling for weeks.
Wait, it was a moving mountain?
That's what she said.
What the fuck?
Looking
It's
at
Claytor! It's Claytor! Yeah, you're not here, but it was Claytor!
I know. He's not here. And so Ramona looks to everyone and is just like, all right, we travel. We'll probably get there by nightfall. We can stay in the town.
That sounds good. Oh, just have to... Theo does a lot of stretches. It looks like he's aching. Sore.
You guys continue forward. Anything you're doing on your travels?
Sulking.
Probably trying to, cheer up Brandy, to be honest.
This poor boy.
Yeah, he's probably like walking next to Brandy and kind of chatting. And probably just trying to think of anything to relate to with this sad man. So he's like, do you do much reading?
Read a little bit, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I, with my older sister, I have a library back home. It's quite the accomplishment and very fun. And I was hoping that, any of the research that I can do when, we see this, phenomena, the comet and everything, that I could add to, the collection.
That's fun.
Yeah, I really enjoy, astrological things.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Some things that Brandy says confuse him on how he should continue. He's like, what do you mean? I'm sure you do.
He's like, is that
I'm like,
condescending?
you've said that twice now.
All right, but you guys continue for another 12 hours as the night starts to settle in once more. You see a very bright city kind of on the horizon, kind of dipping downwards, though, as it goes inwards towards a pit, which even at the very bottom of its core, you can see just a little bit of light sparkling out from at the bottom of the pit. And you especially would know, Theo, but Shui would also know the lore of this, which is essentially the fire god Ragnari was born here, and caused a large comet that now produces this very small permanent flame at the bottom where this heat kind of spreads out. It's the hottest place in the country, but also the most fertile because of the soil around it. But yeah, you see this very brightly lit city, even though it's very late into the evening around, and you continue to approach forward.
Theo, probably when he sees that, he's like, oh, how I wish I could study that up close.
You all continue forward into the city, kind of looking around the bustling streets and all that as people are getting ready for the festival. You see kind of like signs up where it's just like, oh, cheap, half off if you stay at this inn 2 nights, or it's like, this inn has like free bed and breakfast and stuff like that, kind of trying to advertise and bring tourists into their specific places. And I want Brandy to roll a perception check.
I want to say Shui is eyeballing like all of the food they have there, but he is not acting on it.
Theo's looking at a lot of the decorations and he looks excited.
What'd you get?
19.
19, okay. You see kind of it takes you a second to even remotely recognize him. Kind of near one of these cards currently setting up appears to be some kind of like carpenter, probably selling either his or his family's wares. A lot of like little wooden trinkets, some more usable, others more for decoration. You see a very scrawny looking human.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
A very scrawny looking human. Not an Asmer.
Who is that?
That's not...
But yeah, a very scrawny looking human, not an Asmer, but you think that might be Avayath?
He looks at him and there's just... This is the only moment of partial joy he's felt seeing Avayath look like that. But it's immediately awash with sadness, realizing, no, he didn't recognize me, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Theo wants to look at Avayath's wares.
Go for it.
He's gonna scurry up.
Just hold on, like his name doesn't even match like who he is. Like
I know. But yeah, he's gonna scurry up and look at the little wooden things there, and he's just looking excitedly. He's like, hello, you setting up shop?
Yeah, hi. Is there anything you're looking for?
Oh no, I was just kind of looking through. There's a lot of exciting things around, so these looked interesting. He picks a few things up and looks them over, and he's like, what good craftsmanship.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Did a lot of these myself.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I've always wanted to try to get into something creative like this, but I guess I never had the time.
Yeah, it's a bit of a family business. I've been doing this my whole life.
Oh, which one's your favorite piece?
I guess I'd say it's this one. And he picks out a white and gold one.
Yeah? What is it?
This is my persona.
I don't know, just like a fancy white and gold carpet. I guess you would like realize resembles his armor from, or you wouldn't, but you know, Brandy might.
So wait, can you re-explain what
He picked up.
you cut out for me?
Yeah, what he picked up.
He picks out a white and gold carpet that resembles his armor. He's not wearing armor, of course. But...
Carpet?
A carpet?
Yeah, they're looking at carpets, aren't they?
Carpentry.
No.
Carpentry.
Carpentry.
Jay's in your blurb.
It's a little wooden thing.
Yeah.
It's a little wooden carpet.
Why would he have
Can
made
it be
that?
a bear?
Oh, I'd love it if it was a bear.
A bear with wings?
Sure, it's a little wooden bear.
Theo looks it over and he's like, it's adorable.
Yeah, thanks.
Why is it wearing armor? Let me stop.
Why does it have wings?
Does it have wings? I have to ask.
Would he? No, that's too much of a cosmic coincidence.
Okay.
I mean, you could. Literally, this whole thing is about cosmic coincidences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it has wings, whatever, fuck it.
Like Brandy's name and the other one was Wolf. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Theo's seeing the bear with wings and calling it adorable and everything. And he's like, do you mind if I take it off your hands?
Sure.
Wonderful, how much?
That'll be, how much is a reasonable price? I don't know. 5 silver?
We don't do silver, so it has to be 1 gold.
1 gold?
Okay, yeah. Theo hands over 1 gold, and he's like, thank you so much. It's a wonderful little trinket.
Yeah, thank you for shopping.
Yes, to remember this wonderful festival by. Thank you. And he does a little nod. He rejoins the group, I guess.
You hear kind of near you, it's kind of very obviously just thinking out loud to himself, Brandy, you hear Arthur mutter, he doesn't have a spark. It's not activated, at least.
Theo returns to Brandy because Brandy has his bag.
And that's the only reason. That's the only
Yes,
reason.
that's the only reason. It's not because he's hot.
Vermona looks to the group that she's kind of leading at this point, is just like, well, me and my family were gonna stay somewhere for the night. You guys can come stay at the same inn as us, or do whatever you're doing. Festival's not till tomorrow.
Oh, well, I admit I have never been here before, so I guess I'll follow you guys' lead if you don't mind.
You see Rivera kind of like smile openly at that and reaches out towards these people who are just kind of handing out these moon masks that are kind of painted in a way where they have different phases of the moon on them. And she grabs one and hands one to you, and she's like, come on, you should join the festivities then.
To everyone?
Yeah, she hands masks out to everyone.
Theo nods in thanks.
Brandy refuses.
Fine.
Oh, come on, don't you want to have a little bit of fun?
I'm not here for fun.
Okay. Did you see this little... he shows the bear with the wings. Isn't it adorable?
That's funny.
Oh, why is it funny? I suppose they don't exist, but...
Oh, I've seen one before.
Oh, in a book?
Nah, he's a big fella. Got real sparkly wings.
Oh.
You'd probably like him.
Huh. Well, I suppose I'll have to do more research then.
Yeah.
And then he puts away the thing, and then he puts the mask on his head? Is it a full mask?
Some of them are cut out. It depends on the phase of the moon. So, like, if it's a big enough chunk to cover part of your face and stay on, they cut it out usually, but if it's, like, a sliver, then they would have painted it.
Oh, I get okay.
As he passes, he's gonna toss Avayath a gold and just say, keep up the good work, partner.
Oh, thanks for the generous donation. Does he have a sword with him?
We can say, I mean, no, he'd probably have it summoned if he's, yeah.
I mean, Shui did attack him earlier. Just to be
Yeah,
safe.
he's probably still on edge somewhat.
Yeah, so he'd say like, cool sword, by the way.
Oh. Ugh. It's a rusty old thing. I've been looking to get it replaced.
Oh. There's a place, I think there's a weapon shop near here.
I ain't got enough gold for that.
Oh, I see.
I'll get it eventually.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, Avayath.
Avayath waves by and he looks confused because I don't think he said his name.
Nope, sure didn't, but he keeps walking.
And he looks down, he's like, oh, right, my name tag. No.
No, he looks confused, and as Brandy's walking away, he has like the sudden flashback of that voice being in his head the other day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Looks like creeped out as soon as he realizes, like, wait, that was the voice in my head.
Brandy and Shui make perception checks.
What depressing thing am I gonna see now? 21, fucking Christ.
This Shui's hard to play. I want to talk.
This Brandy's sad to play.
This Theo is fun because he won't stop talking. But it's because he's so nervous.
I do the same thing, Theo.
He's just so nervous, and he doesn't talk to people very often. So he's like, now's my chance.
I think Shui, in this instance, he does admire Theo's like how he rambles. He just seems like fun.
He's like, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Original Theo that Brandy knows also rambles when he's nervous, but it's not to this extent.
Yeah.
I think this one's probably more socially nervous than the other one, but trying really hard because he's a library boy who is holed up in the library all the time.
21.
21. Oh, you both got 21. Damn.
Oh.
So you'll both see. So you see kind of walking around, people very openly admiring her, and kind of stopping and like getting her autograph and stuff if she's walking around. A woman in mostly blue clothing with a very long white cape and a white streak in her hair. You see Merlin walking around. And with a 21, Brandy, you would also notice Arthur just immediately sees up and just kind of start to walk as far back in the group as possible.
You alright?
Yes.
Why do you look nervous?
Didn't know she was going to be here.
Why does that make you nervous?
I don't know what she thinks of me here.
Is that right?
You can roll insight on him if you want.
Sure. 13.
I'd say he's not hiding it super well. He's like tearing up a little bit. Like,
Do you want to avoid her?
Mhm.
It's fair. Here.
He'll give Arthur his cloak and just be like,
Pull the collar up over your head. It'll, you know.
he looks at you very surprised at that, but takes it and nods gratefully. And you also see moving, almost tailing her, another person.
uh-oh.
A tiefling
Uh-oh.
with purple horns and white hair and a strange mask on her face.
Okay, nope, immediately. Masking many faces.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Fucking human form.
And you see Arthur seem to notice her too, and she's like, oh, do you want your cloak back?
No, I'm in human form now. She won't recognize me.
Oh, right.
Hopefully.
She might recognize me. He like pulls the cloak more around himself.
Well, I can't disguise you, so.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, do I have that? He's like thinking for a moment. Let me check his spell list. He does. He casts disguise self on himself.
Alright, fucking give my fucking cloak
Oh,
back.
here you go.
takes his
Sorry, I
cloak back.
forgot. It's like I don't do this very often. I don't usually use that spell.
Alright, whatever.
Thank you though. It was a nice thought. I feel like we had a moment. No, he doesn't say that.
If he would have literally punched him in the fucking throat if he said that.
Shui's watching their interaction because he also noticed this, and he's looking back towards Merlin and company. What is his knowledge of this person, the one with the mask?
You can roll a
History.
history. Yep.
15.
15. That mask is usually worn by followers of the Darkborn Queen.
Okay. And this one, is she still not like the greatest person?
Yeah, not usually well liked. Not necessarily banned from going anywhere. Her followers or her, but people are banned from going to where she is.
Is Merlin the current chosen one?
As far as you remember, yes. I would not as far as yes.
I was like, as far as I remember. Okay.
Yes, she is the current chosen one.
She doesn't seem to have noticed this person, right? The tiefling, right?
She does not seem to have noticed her, no.
Okay. And where is Vermona currently?
Standing next to you, kind of watching very intently.
Yeah,
And she's just like, I'm not focusing on our target, or for sure, but definitely moving like an assassin would.
Should I follow her?
No. Merlin's a chosen one. If she's got someone tailing her, she'll be just fine. She's got like unlimited magic or something. She's fine.
Okay, Darkborn Queen. Do they know what her spark is in this?
No.
Okay. Where's Arthur?
At the back with Brandy.
Do they know what Arthur's spark is?
Yes. His ability is to detect other sparks, as far as you know.
Shui's gonna go up to Arthur.
What?
And he points. It's not really like openly like pointing like, hey, look at that person, but just kind of gestures to that person.
Gives a little nod in their direction.
Yeah. You can tell if people have sparks, can't you?
Yes.
Does she have a spark?
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to Vermona and he's like, I know Merlin's the chosen one, but Arthur says that person has a spark.
A lot of people have sparks. Maybe she's really good at heating up water.
Huh.
That doesn't mean anything.
You don't think? Right. You're right.
We're here to defend the king, Shui. The chosen one can stand up for herself. You focus on what's important.
The king, right. Got it.
Don't get sidetracked.
He nods. He does kind of deflate a little bit, but like not like super noticeably. This Shui is, like I said, more serious. He wants to have fun, but
Well, we are here in business. Why don't we go hunker down for the night?
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Merlin.
Okay.
You got someone tailing you. Someone dangerous. Green tiefling, purple horns. Be careful.
And that's all.
There's a very long pause before you do get a response back. It's just like, it's been over 200 years since I've heard that voice. Besides my nightmares.
You'll send another message.
I'm just offering you a warning.
She is kind of like looking around, trying to see where that voice is coming from very clearly, and you see her like tense up. But you see as she's doing that, Alia steps back, seeing that she is more observing. She does not reply back in your head.
Send another message.
I know you know who I am. Just understand that I'm still dead. And I'm trying to right some wrongs. Be careful.
You just kind of hear back after a long pause. The dead only cause chaos when they come back.
Funny you say that. But I'm trying to do good. Even if it's chaotic in the process.
She still seems very tense. Does seem more aware of her surroundings, though, and continues to move forward.
Can Theo... I assume he wouldn't have lost where Brandy was.
No, he was close by.
So
he just did it instinctually.
Yeah.
Theo was probably next to him and saw him suddenly do it, and I was like,
Yeah, it takes a minute for him to actually ask him, but he's like, oh, you're still, you're Brandy, right? The one with my bag?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, good. I was just, couldn't, are you a wizard as well?
You're a wizard?
Oh, yes. I was just wondering, because of your, disguise spell? Or maybe it's a sorcerer. I guess I just didn't expect it because of your, build, I guess.
No, I'm, a warlock.
Oh, a warlock. Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah. It's not as interesting as it sounds, trust me.
Oh, I mean, I suppose I thought about becoming one myself off and on, but I'm more of a, I don't know, warlock seems so much cooler, so I just went with wizard.
Comes with a lot of baggage. Wasn't exactly a choice of mine.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
He looks nervous, I guess. Not nervous because of knowing that he's a warlock. I guess just socially nervous. He just looks like he feels awkward now.
mood.
You don't have to keep carrying my bag, you know. I mean, it was very, very nice of you. You could have this instead. He holds up the little bear.
I don't mind. If you want your bag back, I can give it back, but really, fine. You looked shaky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get out much for, working out. So.
Right. I don't mind.
Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Right.
Gives him a tiny smile.
Theo gives a bigger smile than that, because he's like, oh, you finally smiled. He looks triumphant.
Vermona and her crew are going towards one of the inns for the evening. Who is going where?
Going to an inn.
Are you going to the same inn, or?
The cheapest one.
Okay. Seeing you go that direction, Arthur's like, do you want me to...
What, Arthur?
Do you want me to stay in the same inn, or would you prefer I don't?
That's up to you.
Okay, I think we should stay in a relative close position in case, I don't know, something happens beforehand, and I don't know.
That's fine.
So I'll kind of trail behind you as you go towards the inn.
Theo's going with Brandy because he has his bags.
Well.
And I'm guessing Shui's going with Ramona.
Yes.
So they kind of part ways, them kind of clearly going off to a nicer inn. Not the best inn, but like a middling inn. And they separate. And you guys go to the cheap inn. Are you getting separate rooms?
It's a great question.
That is a great question.
How much does this inn cost?
Everything is at least 1 gold.
So this inn is 1 gold.
Yes.
Cool. He looks at Arthur and is like, hey, how much gold do you got on you?
Hold on. He takes out a little bag of holding, and he's like, about 20,000?
What the fuck, Arthur?
What? Is that a lot?
Why the fuck are we staying here if you got 20,000?
This is the direction you wanted to go in.
Right, because I thought we didn't have money. Arthur, what the fuck?
We can go to a
You're
different
rich, too? No, I mean, we're already far. I'd feel
I
rude
have a
if
laboratory.
I left now.
Did you want me to be poor?
I don't.
I have a laboratory. Did you want me to be poor?
I don't know what. You don't gotta.
Sorry, I didn't mean that in a condescending way. I'm sure it read that way.
No.
A lot of what I says does.
Yeah, it sure does. I'm fine. I don't want to live in the.
Well, he like looks at Theo actually, and he's like,
Actually, that might not be a bad idea if we have somebody trailing us. Arthur wanted to stay at a better place.
Oh, I mean, he shrugs. I don't really know where I'm going, so.
Right. Do you want your bag back? You don't have to stick around with us if you don't want to.
Oh, it was just nice to have someone to talk to. But I can go. If
it's fine. I didn't want you to feel like you had to be here. That's all.
Oh no, I've been having a nice time.
All right. What do you say, Arthur? You want to find somewhere nicer, or?
Sure.
All right.
I jumped on that really fast. Sorry.
Sure did. No, it's fine. You were a rich kid, probably growing up, huh? Let's just find a fucking inn.
Okay. There is a very nice inn with like individual suites and things like that, kind of themed more towards the heroic nature of Aramor in terms of like having a lot of like big figures live here over the years, but it's not like the same as Greenflower, which is like an adventuring town. This is more like a celebrity thing.
What are we thinking? Separate rooms, or what are your thoughts?
Whatever you want to do.
Theo looks shocked to be here. He's like, I don't think I can afford this.
It's the equivalent of what like a really fancy Vegas hotel would be.
Sweet.
Yeah, Theo's definitely like, I don't think I could afford this. I wouldn't want to make any requests.
I'll cover it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want your own room, or you want to share?
He shakes his head and he's like, I wouldn't want to. I don't. That's a lot of.
You aren't intruding.
I don't mind sharing a room.
All right. Do Do you want your own room, Arthur, or do you want to share as well?
I'm good on my own.
Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I just want to say, because I couldn't hold it in, Theo's having a good day.
Yeah.
First he got teleported. He didn't have to walk anywhere, and then he met a hot guy, and now he's
Theo's
staying at
best
like a
day
5-star
ever.
hotel.
He would
for
not
free.
have made it, by the way. It would have taken him like 2 weeks more to get there.
He's been traveling so long.
Yeah.
And
He probably already
was
been
so
traveling
fun.
for like a month.
God.
he was all alone. No wonder he wants to stay with them. Yeah, because he was literally all alone for a month. But then, damn. But yeah, absolutely, Zen. You are correct. He looks nervous, but he's like, wow. He's trying not to have a red face, but that's how it be.
Alright. If you wouldn't mind, we can share a room, Theo.
I wouldn't mind at all.
Alright.
Yeah, Arthur drops down 50 gold for each room.
Hey, Arthur, can I borrow some money?
Right now?
I'm broke as fuck, Arthur. I have 2 gold on me.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sure. He hands you 200.
Yeah, I'm broke as fuck.
The rest of our money's in the other timeline that you destroyed. No, stop.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Have a good night. I'm sorry.
Good night.
He gives Arthur a pat on the shoulder as he walks away. And Arthur cries.
No, you see, as you are walking through this inn, you definitely see Merlin also walking through one of the hallways. And you again see Arthur just tense up and freeze immediately and then disappear into his room.
Arthur just gave Brandy date money.
Theo wants to, as Arthur is like out of earshot at least, he's like, "Are you and Arthur especially close?"
I wouldn't say so, no. We're not. We're together by circumstance, I guess. We're
Oh.
business associates.
Oh, I see.
Does that mean you're single then? No, stop.
Shut the fuck up.
He's thinking it, but
He's like, yeah, no, I'm dating someone. He's like, oh, who? You. But,
nah,
It
that's
sounds like
certainly
a
way.
fucking move that he's trying to
It
pull.
does.
Really?
But yeah, Theo, he just kind of nervous laughter, probably. He's like, "I've never stayed in a place so fancy before."
Yeah, I've been in a couple rooms, a couple nice inns, 1 or 2.
I haven't done much traveling, so I haven't really needed to find many inns before.
I usually don't stay in inns, I'm usually camping.
Oh, is that fun?
It can be if you're in good company.
Oh. Well, I only just really started doing that in the past month. It took me quite a long time to get where you all met me.
Yeah, it's, can be fun. I used to do, a lot of it alone, and then I, met some good folks, and it's been nice since then.
Oh, well, that's very nice. I'm glad you found people. Well, I'm glad I found people, too. I mean, just for this festival, of course, but...
Right, I'm actually trying to find a few people again. We, got split up, unfortunately.
Oh, well, the least I could do is, keep an eye out for you. What did they look like?
There's, a real, big fella, like 7 feet tall and built like a wagon. He's huge. He's got these big got these real big wings, and he's always wearing his armor, always going on about how he has to wear armor everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a real hero type. He's a real good fella. We didn't always get along, but he's a good fella.
Well, if he's that notable, I'm sure if I see him, I would remember.
He's hard to miss, yeah. And then, there's a little fella. He's real young. He's got this, really bubbly attitude. Real friendly fella. Friendliest fella you ever met. Tries to make friends with, everybody around him, and he carries around this little sword he can't even use. It's endearing.
Oh.
But he tries real hard. And he has such a big personality. He's hard to miss.
I'll keep an ear out for that one.
Yeah. Then the other one's a little short, little around your height, I'd say. They kindest person I've ever met. They've done a lot more for me than I deserve, and they were probably the person I was closest with. They're actually the person I was trying to contact when I accidentally rang you up. I guess you guys are real similar.
Oh. Well, I'll keep an eye out for them too. I'm sure that they would be glad to see you again.
I hope so.
Well, I will definitely look out for all of them.
Appreciate that, Theo.
He nods. Of course.
Well, you look particularly tired. If you want to hit the hay, I might go downstairs, get a drink, and wouldn't want to wake you.
Oh, well, thank you. I admit, I am quite exhausted. I had been traveling for so long. It's nice to finally be able to sleep in a bed again. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you should, get some sleep.
Thank you, and have a good time.
Of course.
Yes, I look forward to the comet tomorrow, and maybe I'll be there with you too, so,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He smiles, and he's like, lots of fun. And he'll go off to, asleep, pass out.
Okay. I want to go find Avayath again.
Okay. As you are exiting your room, you guys are right next to Arthur. You see Merlin currently outside Arthur's door knocking on it.
Oh.
It's bad because it's like, do you go and help? Or because she's absolutely going to recognize
He's disguised.
Yep.
Not his voice, though.
Nope.
Yeah.
She's just knocking. She's not being very quiet. She's like, Arthur, I saw you peek out. I know you're in there.
Fucking moron.
Is there like a corner I can sneak around to listen in on this?
Sure. You want to roll stealth?
Sure.
Ooh, this feels like a bad decision.
It's a bad choice. The Brandy's dumb as fuck and needs Arthur right now. Fuck.
Nat one.
I trip and fall because I nat one.
Yeah, so you nat one, and she's knocking on the door, and she's like, can you just open up for just a moment? But as you hear that, you see her head turn very sharply towards you as you fall, trip over the potted plant you were trying to hide behind, and break it and shatter it open.
Ah, fucking shit. God damn it.
Do you speak out loud when you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Because you got a nat one, yeah,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
roll something for her. No, that's too low. She didn't quite recognize it from that because you kind of said it under your breath.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Oh,
sure.
I was rolling in the because you're disguised differently too, so I was rolling to see if she put it together.
Yeah, okay.
And she's like, were you trying to spy on me?
Just stubbed my toe on the... and I fell. I'm sorry.
You see her face kind of start to fall as you continue to talk, and she's like, you sound familiar.
Oh, that's weird. I get that a lot.
You want to roll deception?
Do I need to?
You can try.
Sure, fuck it. Yeah. I got a +5. 11.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I'm gonna beat her.
Her face falls, and she kind of stands almost like hesitantly, defensively in front of the door, like she's thinking about it. And she's just like, are you after Arthur, or are you after the king?
Not after anybody.
Why are you...
I told you what I told you. I'm not after anyone. I'm trying to do good. I'm not going to be in this world long enough for it to matter.
You don't look dead to me.
Well, I don't look like myself to you, I would argue. And he'll drop it for a second. Show his full form with all his tattoos and everything and his shaved horns, all that.
What happened to you?
Went through a lot. I'm trying to be a better person now.
Are you... She seems to be putting something together in her head, and she's like, are you with my idiot grandson?
Yeah, I'm with your dumbass grandson, yeah.
Gotcha, that makes more sense then.
He's trying to fix something.
Still?
He's got a lot to work out.
She's
He's trying his best.
turns and glances at the door, and she's just like, one of these days I'm going to catch him, and he will have to talk to me.
I'm sure if you gave him time, he'd open up.
I haven't seen him in 50 years.
Yeah, disappears for
He does.
a while. Well, didn't mean to bother you. I'm, gonna go. I have somebody's entire stock to buy, so I'm gonna bounce.
Did he take you against your will?
No, I'm pretty sure he absolutely did not mean for me to show up with him.
Just need to know how many conversations I need to have with him.
Yeah, I'm not one of those conversations you need to have. Somebody else did this.
She looks back towards the door, and you hear, without her touching it, a very audible click as she seems to have unlocked it. She's like, I'm going to go talk to him now.
Try and be patient with him. He's under a lot of stress.
If he's even still in the room.
Well, regardless.
She nods to that and quickly goes in.
Okay. I'm gonna go find Avayath.
Okay.
Howdy.
Oh, hi, you're back.
Hey, yeah. You got quite a few knickknacks here, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah. How many you got, would you say?
Oh, all of them? I don't know. I mean, we got about 40 different things here, but if you count all of them, maybe about 400?
Oh, I can't do that. I'll take the lot here.
What, you're gonna buy all this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna cost quite a bit. Hold on, let me just...
Here. And he tosses him 50 gold.
Oh, what? Wow, thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hold on, let me just let me get a bags for you. And he starts, like, frantically putting everything in bags.
It's funny, I knew a guy named Avayath.
Really? It's not a common name.
Yeah, color me surprised. I was actually trying to get in contact with him when I rang you up. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's alright. I figured it was, like, a wrong message or something. Funny that was someone else named Avayath.
Yeah, you sounded real nervous. Sorry I spoke to you. I've got that kind of effect on folks.
Yeah, well, that tends to happen when you send someone a psychic message out of nowhere.
Yeah, it does.
Well, here you go. Thank you so much for the business.
Of course. What are you, This is all you do? You a carpenter then?
Yeah, I mean, I have a real fascination with adventure stories. I read them all the time, but don't have many hobbies outside of that.
You'd love the other Avayath then. He's a big hero.
Really? Wow, I hadn't heard of him.
Yeah, he's a big fella. Big winged fella, stands about like 7 feet tall and real fucking big, like bigger than I am. He's a real powerful paladin. Goes about saving lots of folks and whatnot.
That sounds really cool. Oh my gosh. I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, he's a real cool fella.
He's even the same height as I am.
Yeah, you noticed that. Yeah, just a funny coincidence. Sorry, I don't mean to bother you at all. I just thought I saw your work and I was real impressed by it. So
Oh no, that's quite alright. If you buy that much, you can talk all you want.
No, I don't want to, I don't want to overstay my welcome. But, keep up the good work, and I'm sure you make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Have a good evening. Are you doing anything for the festival?
Well, now I'm practically out of business, so...
Sorry about that.
Well, that's alright. I mean, I went above and beyond my goal. Maybe I'll just look around and enjoy the festival for a bit.
If you're looking for, need anybody to hang around, I got a little group building up if you want to come and hang out.
Yeah, that would be great if you don't mind me, stopping by every weapons shop.
I wouldn't mind.
Great. Well, it's getting late, so...
Of course. Have a good evening, Rat.
You too. What was your name?
Brandy.
Brandy. Have a good evening too, Brandy.
He smiles and walks away.
And Avayath very enthusiastically smiles and then looks at his money bag.
We're going to switch over to Shui and Ramona for a second. Okay, no. So you two are both in your own separate room, away from the rest of Ramona's family, and she is currently talking to you kind of about your plan and your goals for why you're here. And she's just like, so we know someone's gonna kill the king. Obviously. That's why we're here. It's what we were called for. We work for him, after all.
He's sitting, and he's like, right.
I got some intel recently. While we were here, someone slipped me something through the door, a picture.
Can I see it?
This is gonna come a little bit of a shock to you, unfortunately, Shui. Well, I don't know if you remember.
Confusion?
Someone we thought was dead, actually. She pulls out a little painting that someone has made, and takes you a second because it has been quite a few years. You were a baby at this point when you last saw her. An elven woman with very curly hair, a sword tucked behind her back, and a blue robe kind of tossed over her shoulder.
His eyes kind of go wide, and he's like, is that Dashi?
I know you only knew her a little bit when you were a kid. I thought she was dead. We all thought she was dead.
Oh, she wants to kill the king?
Seems like she faked it. Her death, I mean.
But it's been years.
18. Well, not 18. More like 16. You were what, 3? Probably about 16.
She is just kind of like looking at the picture. We have to stop her. We can't let her get away with this.
I just wanted you to be ready. We have a job to do.
You don't have to worry about me. I don't even know this person, really.
She smiles at you and she kind of tousles your hair a bit, which is a rarity for her. And she's just like, taught you well.
He feels good.
Doesn't matter if we know him or not. We're given an order, we take care of him.
Yes, master.
We're gonna switch back over to Brandy for a second.
Boy, oh boy.
So you're going back to sleep for the evening in Theo's room and your room. You just going to sleep? Are you doing anything?
I want to do the legend lore thing.
Okay. The new footnotes ability, who are you doing it on?
Myself.
Gotcha. So do your stuff for that.
You gotta roll a D100. 78.
Gotcha. I will give you your legend lore on yourself. Which you do come up, which by itself is concerning.
Based on all the talk that I've gotten, people have talked to me about me. I'm significant in some fucking way. So, figured I should do that.
You can read this out in Brandy's voice if you so desire, or your regular voice.
I will. I will read it out in Brandy's voice.
Born to be better than the others before. Once a high bar, not anymore. Everyone wants you, but no one's sure why. The first is so special, or so they imply. What makes you so special, what makes you be more. It's not your appearance, it's all at your core. Bones become stronger with every break, but break them too much, it gets harder to take. Easy to miss, easy to see. There is a lock, perhaps you're the key. Break open the box that no one can find. You'll see me inside, where the world will unbind. Don't like that very much, to be completely honest. Don't like that last bit. Gotcha.
I think as it stands right now, I think I'll leave it at that for now. I think he wants to ruminate on that before he tries any of the other shit that he's looking into. And other than that, he's going to... well, first of all, is Theo asleep by the time he gets back?
It sounded like you said he like hit the pillow and like went to sleep immediately.
My first instinct was like, yeah, he's knocked out. But then you were like, is he asleep or awake? And I'm like, well, maybe he's excited about the next day. I don't know. So, yeah, in that case, I guess he's knocked out.
Okay. That's fine. Brandy will... Is there only... How many beds are in this room?
2.
Just 1? Oh, there are 2. Okay. Then Brandy will go lay in the other bed. I don't know that he sleeps, but he probably turns over occasionally. Occasionally is just like kind of 1,000-yard stare at the ceiling. Occasionally looks over to Theo, who he sees like sleeping during the night. Feels very conflicted about everything going on before staring at the ceiling again.
Roll a perception check for me.
Let's hope you can see.
Let's hope I can see or hear or whatever. No, that's a 5, baby.
I'd say with a 5, you hear something muffled through the door or through the wall, but you're not sure what.
Gets up. Right next to me is Arthur, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to Arthur's room.
Okay. What are you doing?
Arthur?
You just hear on the other side of the door. Oh God! Oh shoot!
Arthur,
1 moment.
what was that?
I just need a moment.
Are you okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
I'm gonna open the door.
It's locked.
I'm gonna open the door.
I'm going to open the door.
I don't think you understood
You
me.
can roll a strength check if you want.
19.
19? Okay. You open the door and you see Arthur currently kneeling down on the floor in front of Merlin, who just seems to be unmoving, completely on the floor. He looks panicked, and you see kind of floating above her is this like writhing mass that has like a black exterior to it, but like a little bit of light shining through it as he's like, looks like he is trying to put it back inside of her.
Arthur,
Just give me a second.
what is that?
It's her spark. I need to put it back in.
What do you mean it's her spark?
We got into an argument, and I just need to put it back in 1 second.
You took it out?
Not on purpose.
Arthur.
It wasn't on purpose, I swear.
Well, put it back. How do you put it back,
I'm
Arthur?
trying, usually you don't. He's like pushing it as far as he can down. And as you see, he's like trying to push it back down onto her. It is continuing to be like engulfed in that like blackness that seems to be covering it. And he's like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot.
Arthur.
Just give me just 1 more moment. I'm going to roll for him. Okay, yeah. With 1 more solid like push of his hands, it seems like he forces that to go back into her chest. And she just goes, and like starts to come back, and he's like, okay, and now you need to have this, and he like pulls out of his bag, you see Brandy, the god's Brandy.
Okay.
And she's like, oh my god. And he's like, okay, really fast, you need to drink this right now. And she's like, you can see as she is like coughing and sputtering, you see where he put that back into her, like this kind of like black veins kind of starting to move up her neck. And he's like, listen, just drink this, please, really fast. And she's like, and she starts to drink it. And as she does, you see those veins kind of start to recede a little bit. And he's like, okay.
Is the fucking black moss you?
Thank you to our high-tier patrons, Arkeus a Druid, Mad King Max, Claytor, The Hatman, Charles, Jessica Long, Z, Vessel, and Mr. Bakudan, as well as our Kickstarter backers for this season. We'll occasionally be sharing bloopers in our outros from now on, so make sure to stick around to listen to them, and if you want to hear over 100 other bloopers, check out our Patreon. Perks start at only $1. That's all for now. See you next time, fellow Sparks.
Which you recognize immediately, Brandy. That is Theo. Oh, nope, that's not right.
Oh, roll initiative.
He uses the tent pole as a skewer.
Sorry, I forgot that was in the queue.
And you have the unresistible bloodlust you must kill.
Morning soon, the light dims fast here. Should we go outside again one more day, my dear? Why don't we just stay as the familiar fades away? Things are the same day by day. What are you waiting for, darling? What are you running from, stranger? Where are you hiding now? Don't you waste this chance. Do we have time for this, dear friend? How could we ever run out now? All that we have is this moment. Let's make time. For the end of this story, time for the start of our new life, time for us all to come back for fate's last encore. Will we find out what this all means? It means a lot that you're here now. Let's make the most of this, shall we? We have time.